Hello, welcome back everybody to Far From Alone. All you space engineers out there, we're going to have some fun today. So I'm in an ultra close sort of zoomed view, if you like, because I was just trying to hide things from you. That's what all that was about. So if I zoom out a little bit, there we go, a bit faster, you can see I've been a little bit busy. The ship has grown significantly. So let me hop out of this view and put some things back on. Yeah, we don't need that, thank you. As you can see, I'll start on this side. So I followed the same idea as I did in the last episode with the roof, and I hacked off basically all along the edge there inside the wall. As you can see, I've kind of put a few blocks back in because obviously we need to make sure it doesn't fall off with a stray bullet, but this is exactly the same as it was, apart from the fact it's a lot wider. I'm going to put my light on. I've left this wall here. I don't quite know what I'm going to do. I quite like this bit in the middle, so I think I'm going to leave that. We might need to extend it to put more thrusters in eventually, but for now I quite like it. It sort of looks like it was meant to be there. The rest is the same, and I've had to change my nice round bottom. You'll remember in the last episode I was kind of complaining that I'd messed it all up. So what I've done is I've changed this angle here to what's that, 60 degrees or something instead of a 45, and just left the 45 on the back here, and it kind of works. I think that kind of looks okay. We really need to do something with the bottom. I'm thinking maybe changing all of these blocks to interior walls and then putting an armor block outside of them, which will drop the whole thing down one layer, and that'll encompass the thrusters. So I haven't quite made my mind up on that yet. So I've done exactly the same thing this side. As you can see, I hacked it off all the way around the inside of this wall, and then I pushed the whole wall out. I think it's like 5 blocks or something, quite significantly. So that's definitely a much better space for... Oh, we're smoking again. Not sure why. But yeah, I can get little ships and things inside a hangar there. However, I've had to stop. I stopped because A, I wanted you to see what I was doing, and B, I'm not 100% sure this is going to work. So you can see I've put duplicate hinges in line with this panel over there, and what I want to do is I've set these hinges in this sort of same orientation. I've done that on purpose because I want to disconnect these hinges and move the whole thing up and back. Yeah. So the reason I've stopped is twofold. First of all, this piston here, which I've set to 9.9, if I just go back to full extent and we reverse that piston, we can go a bit faster than that, I think. Doesn't quite reach. You can see I've marked a block here, just with a slightly different texture. And I really didn't want to put 2 pistons in because it all gets rather unwieldy with 2 pistons in. Yeah, I've got some steel on me. So what I can do is I can bring that out 5 blocks. Now you see the reason I had it on 9.9 now is because I can't quite get that block in. So if I just change that back to 9.9, oops, just reverse it again so it goes back out. And well, actually I still can't get that block in, but it's close enough. It's not going to damage anything. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So I just pull that back again. So we need to put 5 blocks in for me to be able to touch it. And I can actually leave those there, I think. If I stick 5 blocks on here, which of course I can't do. So let's do it this way around. I'll put the 5th block on there. I'm just actually going to pull that back to 8.5. Still shows up as 9.9. Take it back out again. So I want 5 small grid blocks attached to there so I can see whether I can pull it far enough back to line up with those hinges. I'm not sure I can. There we go. So that's pretty close. I mean, it has stopped there. I don't know exactly whether it's on the correct value. Where are we? Yeah, it says 9.85. So that's good enough for me. So what I'll do is I'll take this block off. We'll reverse it. And then I'll stick that block back on again. So this is essentially what? Just trying to see how many blocks out that is from there. So we've got, yeah, solar panel is there. So we've got 2 full blocks away from the solar panel, which is about a half a block wide. Is that right? Where am I going? I'm completely discombobulated. Yeah, so essentially I'm going to have to bring that out at least another 2.5 blocks. And I don't think that goes back far enough. No. I think, unfortunately, I'm going to have to put another piston in. Which is a nuisance, but there's no point in trying it if it's bound to fail, and I'd much rather be able to bring it back too far than not far enough. So bear with me while I dismantle this lot again. Okay, so let me just get a bit of steel. And we're going to have to bring that forward again. Well, we know we can go full way on that one. And we know we can put initial tensor on that one. Ooh, that threw us offline a bit. Okay, so that kind of lines up with, well, not quite.
Energy.
Get a whole block there and a whole block there, and then a bit. So we can go another 5 meters. So I've put maximum distance there on 5 meters. Reverse that one. Hopefully won't break it. Stop! Ooh, that was close. I'm just going to bring that back a little bit just to make sure we are... Actually, let's do 4.75. Don't want to be pushing against it. Yeah, that's still pushing against it. Okay. Back to there. That's better. Right, let me get some energies, and I think we're going to have to come to a halt in order to do this. I really don't want to do this on the move. So let's put our forward thrusters on. We've got a few red flashes, but I haven't bothered looking at any because I've been too busy trying to get this thing moved. So we can go at tiny, tiny, tiny little bit further. Then let's do maybe 4.65. That looks better. And then we'll lock that. Now, wish me luck. Because actually wondering whether my piston can lift that high enough. I think it can, so we've got to go up, what, from here, go up 1, 2, 3 blocks. Okay, I think it might be a good idea to just quickly save it, because I've had disasters in the past. Why am I sinking? Right, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to detach that one, detach that one, and this is where the wobble begins. So we want to lift that one up. We said 3 blocks, so I think we'll go for 7.5 and see how that goes. Now, I could have done this using a ship rather than pistons, but in my experience, getting hinges lined up with a ship is nigh on impossible. That looks pretty good to me. Okay, so let's do this one first. I'm going to do it manually, I think. Yeah, that's fine. Can cope with that. And then this one needs to go from the center of this block, so 1, 2 blocks. So we're on 10 meters, so we want to come back to 5 meters, don't we? 2.5 blocks per 2.5 meters per block. Right, here goes nothing. Just gonna slow that down when we get close. I'm just gonna stop it there and have a look, see how we're doing. That looks pretty good to me. Okay, let's carry on. We're catching on something somewhere. Yeah, I think we just need to go up a tiny little bit. Just catching on the top of the hinge there. Okay, so we're at 7.5. Let's go up to maybe 6.5. Yeah, might do it. Okay, so we need to go a little bit further than that, don't we? Minimum distance. Let's try 4. 4 might be a little bit far, but Yeah, that was too far. Okay. Okay. We got a Reaver coming in. Shall we try and distract him? Where am I going? 4, 2. I'm going to aim well ahead of him, I think, because this thing has a tendency to curve around. And we lost the camera again. Yeah, it's going in a very strange kind of a curve. Let's see if it takes the bait. Oh, it's coming back towards us. It's quite a long way away from where it should be, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not sure he's going to take that bait. I think maybe we should take a chance and leg it. Well, he's taken a bait. The question is, which bait has he taken? Is he going for the decoy, or is he going for me? He seems to be getting ever so close. Yeah, I think he's coming for me. I don't see him going to the decoy. So what I'm going to have to do is put a gyro on that decoy, I think. And okay, so apparently my camera is still there and functioning correctly, just disconnects me when I fire it off, which is a bit strange. Okay, so I'm going to put the welder back on. It doesn't seem to be welding anything. Yeah, we're getting away from him at a good rate of knots here, but I'm a bit concerned that he seemed to be coming to us and not going for the decoy. Let me just realign this a little bit. There we go. Why isn't my welder welding? Because I think... Did I leave the merge block? Oh, of course I've got to switch that one back on first, haven't I? No, not the camera. Yeah, so to fire this thing off now, we actually just switch that merge block off. So we've got to remember after we've fired it to switch it back on again. But this has this is the new type with the event controller on, but we'll have to put a gyro in there, I think. It ain't flying straight. Right, have we lost him? I think we've lost him. So what was I doing? I was pushing that out very slightly. Now I don't know if it's a good idea to do this at 100 meters per second. Come on. So I think what I'll do is I'll set that to 4.5 and see how that works. So that's gone past alright. Nothing got caught up. Pull that back in again. No, still too far. Interesting. Oh, no, 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 no. So maybe 4.75 perhaps? I'm trying to get it as exact as I can because you've only got to be slightly out for this thing to crash and burn. That looks better. Okay, let's try it there, shall we? Attach. And attach. Cool. Okay, so we'll have to regroup the hinges. Actually, did I think I did name them? Yeah, did name them. And then all of this is going to have to be taken out and curved off somehow, because my plan, if it works, is that when this folds down it'll be relatively flat on that thing, and then there'll be room for another set of solar panels underneath which will also be hinged. But first things first, we need to see how that one folds up. Okay, so last but not least, let's just dump some of these. We need to change this. So I'm aware we're still doing 100 meters per second. I wanted to put some gap between us and that Reaver. Otherwise he'll just sort of swing around and come after us again. Nearly done. Okay, so carrying on the same curve again then, would require these. Now we might have to chisel some of these out in order to put the, a gap for the hinges. I'm not quite sure how the small grid hinges are going to fit at the moment, but just for now we'll put these in and fold the panels down and see how it all lines up. See if we can get those done. Okay, so we can now disconnect that and retract that, or not. And don't need to, but I'll retract that seeing as we're here. Let's get some energies. Come down to a bit more of a reasonable speed. There we go, 30 meters per second, much more acceptable. Right. Rid of this. Okay, so we need to check those hinges are definitely part of the group, and then we need to sort of go slowly and see if anything clashes. What's the best way of doing this? So we've got port solar deploy hinges, port solar deploy hinges. Yeah, so those two need adding. And these should have, yeah, so they got a lower limit of 45 degrees. But I think rather than take the chance of just assuming that's right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch maybe that one off. Then we'll control it with this one. Actually, has that got braking to... Oh, that blooming Reaver's back again. I think that's a different one actually. I'm not sure this is going to work because panels are in the way anyway. Let's wait for everything to stabilize. Switch that back on. Connect back to my turret. Oh, he's coming at us. No, I didn't want to do that. Accelerate. Get out of town. Nope. There we go. Cruising. We're just outside the 600. Ooh, nope, rockets. I think we're just out of his rocket range. Oh, no, something hit. Okay, he's got good range on those rockets. Ow. Yikes. Okay, I need to take those rockets out somehow. Where's my guns? Stop shooting me! Oh, he's gonna get through to something important in a minute, isn't he? Gonna try and weave side to side. Fly diagonally, get a little bit of range on him if I can. Oh, now he's figured that one out as well. Ow. Serpentine, serpentine. Oof. Oh heck, that sounded expensive. I need some long-range guns. He's a kilometre away and he's still able to hit us. Okay. Oh, that camera is really not very helpful, is it? Where is he? Ow! Ooh, that sounded really expensive. Why do I have no roll control here at all? Why do I not have any roll control on him? Oof. Okay, I don't know quite what I can do about this. I don't seem to be able to tilt down at all. No, that's not working. Oh, now I've got dampeners. Dampeners. Thank you. I can certainly control the ship from here. Why couldn't I control it from back there? That's very strange. Have we lost hydrogen? We have, haven't we? Okay, right, well at least he seems to have stopped firing at us now. Hopefully we're out of range of him. Going to have to do some damage checks. But I'm quite concerned as to why I couldn't tilt downwards with this. No, I don't want the programmable block. No, I don't want to do that either. I wanted to have a look. Okay, can we not... Helm. Control thrusters. Main ship cockpit, cockpit 2. Is it because I've said that that other one is our main cockpit? main cockpit. That's better. Yeah, he is just in range, but couldn't actually see what gun was firing at me. Oh, that seemed to do the job. If only I could have done that earlier. It blew him into a million pieces. Yeah, that was quite annoying. I didn't realise setting this as the main cockpit removed the ability to control things with the other one. That was rather annoying. Okay, let's see what the damage is, shall we? I know there's quite a lot. Yeah, he's cut off the pipes there to the thrusters. I'll start by just putting some shape back into these blocks. Right. Got broken conveyor tube. I can actually get to that one from the inside, I think, so. Wonder if I should replace these with heavy armor. Right, let's start checking on these. Damaged that block, but fortunately didn't damage the railgun. Oh, don't tell me I got stuck again. Thank you. There's a lot of smoke coming from there. Oh. That's... Is that our components one? I hope that's not my components one. I think that must have been an assault cannon or something. I don't think it was a railgun. Might have been. Yeah, can't get components out. Okay. That's quite serious. That hydrogen tank's okay, fortunately. And that's my ingots one. Okay, I'm gonna have to steal some, what is it, I need motors? Motors, 1 display, 8 computers, 20 construction components. Ooh. What can we steal those from? Well, what we could do is we tell it to make what was it, 1 display, can't put them back in that box because that box is damaged. So, one display, motors, construction components, and 8 computers. Let's get rid of all that for a minute. This is far more important. Yeah, I'm not worried about the interior plates. There we go. Okay, panic over. I'm deliberately not slowing down. I don't trust that he won't come back in some form or other, even though he was in 3 pieces. So, yeah. I think let's do the critical systems first. So we definitely need to fix that. Oh, hydrogen thrusters are back on. Okay. What was that? That must have been another hydrogen thruster, mustn't it? Okay, let's get the components for that, and one of those, and the right one, yeah, one of those. I guess it's a testament to all the bits that I added.
Energy low.
Is that going to come on? No, that's not going to come on. Yeah, all this extra armor that I put on here, I guess that was a testament to how successful that was. Because we took quite a few hits then. Could do with an easier cargo access here, couldn't we? Alright, so we need some for you. Need something for you. You're okay, thankfully. You're okay. Keep forgetting which ones I just checked. Wasn't there another one somewhere? Yes. Alright, so the rest of it I think is just steel.
Energy critical.
Right, let's get some energy. Slow down a bit. We're not slowing down. Oh, that's why. Okay, back down to a much more reasonable 30. Right, first things first. Let's get the steel plates that we have got left in some form of repair. You take any hits? No, you didn't do anything, did you? Yeah, this is actually quite a weak spot here, isn't it? With the small little blocks. I'm amazed none of the guns actually got hit. Obviously wasn't targeting weapons, was he? I think probably my serpentining about helped a little bit. At least I like to think so. So, he did manage to get a side shot on me, took out 2 solar panels. He didn't actually spot that. Oh, gonna have to make some stuff for that one. Yeah, other than that, I think... oh, I missed a bit. I think we're pretty good. Apparently I don't have any steel plate. Yes, I'm waiting for them. Give, give, give. Why are we not making solar panels? Or is it just I can't? No, I just got the steel out there, didn't I? We don't have any, but I'm pretty sure I told you to make some. Anywho, yeah, I think we got off pretty light under the circumstances. I think that could have been a whole heck of a lot worse. I was obviously not prepared. Right, so we just need one of those. And we got a commercial freighter coming to laugh at us for not being prepared enough. That's really close. Shame I can't attack him.
Energy low.
Right. Yeah, I think everything else seems to be okay. I haven't found any major problems yet, which is actually astounding. Let's get that solar panel done. Oh, okay. I don't know why it's not withdrawing the components correctly. Okay, so as usual, I need energies. And then I want to try and fold that solar panel up judiciously, just to make sure that it doesn't collide or clang with anything. And obviously I've got a few more blocks to replace at the back, which are those passageway blocks. So So actually, just in case, shall we do that first, if I can find them? Where did I put passageways? There. There. And these are going to be yellow, of course. Every time I change the colour, I need to change the colour. So we've got one there, one there, one there. And I was thinking of moving the thrusters, simply because obviously we've got the ions next to each other, and then we've got this funny arrangement here, but that would mean putting another thruster in. I really don't need another thruster. So what I thought we could do, I don't know if I've got it on here. We can use the old style, these things. So if I put that up like that, I mean, it doesn't look as if it gives much protection. Maybe do that one that way round, and then the top one the other way round. But the fact is, it's components between danger and the thruster itself. And I figure any possible protection is good protection. I stole that idea from the gunship that we captured. I noticed they were using them by the thrusters. I think it was the gunship, one of the wrecks we found anyway. Right, so theoretically then we should be back to where we were. The only thing I haven't done is change this thing. Okay, let's see. I think that might have been a Mayday actually. I want to see if putting a gyro on there can find it. Oh, wrong button. 8. Thank you. Don't know how that ended up blue. So copy the color. Components. Components, components, components. Or a small one, please. Because I kind of like it to go the way we're telling it to go. I can't actually see a thing. I don't think it really matters. I can leave the projector and things off for now. If that's more successful, then I'll change the design to include that more correctly. Right, okay. So, that was a bit of excitement, wasn't it? Glad you were with me for that one. Right, let's... the other one's switched off. Oh, I was going to check. Is it switched off? I normally put a little bit of braking torque on. Yeah, there is. Take the braking torque off. And then, I think I'll just manually... It was set to 3. Right, want to make sure nothing's going to collide here. The extra bodywork I've put on. think we should be okay. Okay, so that stopped at 45 degrees there. Yeah, that looks pretty near perfect to me. Can't do anything about this gap this side, unfortunately. It's not quite a block, and I can't put half blocks in of that shape. So we're just going to have to live with that. However, vertically down from there, if we were to put a couple of hinge... Well, actually, you only need one hinge there, don't we? So, a couple of little hinges. And a couple of little hinge parts. Oh no, that is... Oh, what am I doing here? That's the 3x3. We want the little ones. And the little hinge parts, thank you. And change the color again. So, yeah, my idea is to use these. Know where the best place for them is, maybe. Just follow that line straight down, brings us out here. And the same here. Follow that line straight down. I'll have to actually take one of those off. But I'll leave it for now because they don't take many parts and it's easier to see what's going on. Just paint those. So that's not actually getting us far enough, is it? So if I'm going to put the other panel vertically downwards, we need to come out further than that. Yeah, that's marginal, but it's going to have to be the other way around anyway. I'm afraid we're going to have to extend it first and put the hinges on at the end because we need to have the hinge over the edge here. Oh, something just spawned in there. So, yeah, that's a half block, that's kind of annoying. And I've lost the position for this one. We might get away with putting the hinge in there, but because it hinges in the middle, I think it's safer just to give us that extra bit of space. So make sure we get negative underneath.
Energy low.
Any convenient location? Okay, so hopefully that's put the hinge over the edge there. We can tidy it up a bit afterwards. I kind of wish I brought that out now. I might do that. I'll use one of these blocks. If I can get the right orientation like that, so it looks more firmly as if it's sitting on something. Can't put that one in. Not yet. Right. Let me quickly zip these up. Like so. And then we need to put one of those in there. Space pirate. Come on. Give. Oh, no. Build vision's being a pain. Come on. There's a hinge there. Thank you. Okay, so you are definitely attached. You are. Right, so that's the easy bit, and then what we need to do now is to attempt I think that's the right place. Gosh, this is so finicky as to the positioning for it. There we go. So I'm not going to put the second row on just yet, but my thinking is if this roof here is at 90 degrees to the side and that's 45 degrees, then these hinges need to go to a negative 45 degrees and a positive naught. So we can do that here. Unfortunately, they are currently at 5. I don't know why that is. As usual, put a bit of braking torque on. Do with copying the name. What solar deploy? And we'll just put SG after it. just so that we know that these are the small
Energy
grid ones.
low.
Come on, give. There you go. I think we should be safe from that. Right, so we need to stand this back up again. And I seem to remember we had 3 on the speed, which may be a little fast given... Yeah, might have to slow that down a bit maybe. So I think what I'll do is switch that one off again. We'll take the braking torque off that one. We can put the braking torque back on that one. Oops. Velocity, yeah, was 3. So okay, toggle that one back on again. So those should be back to normal. It's just these we've got to mess around with. So okay, so that's the braking torque is on. That's all lined up. Okay, we just copy that. All right. So now what we need to do is port solar deploy hinges. We're going to add those 2. Then we should be able to just fold them up with that. There we are, perfect. So yeah, it's pretty flat. It's only sort of one small block out. So all we need to know now then is, can we get have I got steel on me? I have got steel on me. So it looks like the answer is no. Don't think we can get another row in that way. Might be able to do it that way. Can't actually tell where the edge is. I'm going to have to figure that one out. But you get the idea. So I'm going to weld all these things up because if they're there they might as well be usable. I'm going to put a border around the outside and see if I can squeeze a few more panels on the bottom, but you don't need to sit and watch me do all that. So again, I will bring you back in a minute and show you what I've managed to do. I was busy concentrating on my solar panels. You didn't actually see him creeping up on me, but he is getting closer, so I think it would probably be wise after the last experience. Let's see. Let's go for that one. He's kind of flying at an oblique angle to us. I'm just gonna get prepared just in case. So we do have a decoy built. It's the one with the gyro on. Should we see if it actually flies better than the other one did? So yeah, he's kind of going that way. Just let everything stabilize, and then switch back to the controller quickly. We can actually see it going off. Yeah, that definitely went in a much straighter line. He's coming after somebody. I think he's going for the decoy. Now, will he manage to shoot it down? Yes, he will. So he's shot the antenna off, but he's still flying after it. Must have been a lucky shot, because he was kind of flying at 90 degrees to it, wasn't he? But he is definitely flying away from us, so it served its purpose in that regard. Okay, let's form a reset. Bring that back up. Switch the welder on, and I'm going to put the projector on because we're going to have to build another one anyway. And there he was, gone. Perfect. And I didn't even have to speed up. Alright, so solar panels then. I was just finishing off. I couldn't quite, because I had to lie these on their side, I couldn't quite get these to perfectly butt up. What I would have had to have done was to extend the whole block by one solar panel, which I could have done. We could have moved that over. So I thought I would just put a little pretty pattern in there for now, just for something to do. I'd probably also put some flashing lights on it so that if I'm flying back in dark side, we don't fly into it, but not too worried about that for now. So as far as control is concerned, there is a bit of clanging going on, but I think it's just the hinges banging around. But if I can try and line this up somewhere, obviously the sun is kind of in the way, but I've got it all set up on button number 8, I believe. Yeah, button number 8. So if I take that off, just try and give you a better, can't really do it with the sun there, can we? Yeah. Just cut the sun just out like that. Then pressing number 8, and I've sped up the solar panels on the bottom because they obviously have a lot bigger distance to cover. So yeah, that's actually probably a bit too fast now. Can't keep the sun out of the picture. But yeah, you get the idea. So it allows me to, well, at least double the amount of power that we've got coming in, which will be incredibly handy if and when we ever manage to build a jump drive. So quite pleased with that. I think that worked out quite well. Just hope it doesn't get shot off. As you do. Anyway, I think I'm all out of time for today. It's been a bit of an episode. But thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed watching me struggle. Yeah, glad to have got it finished, at least that bit of it. In the next episode, I want to try and do something with the front and maybe incorporate the hanger. Not sure what I'm going to do yet, still thinking about that, but put a bit more design into the body, not just the tail end. And I'll obviously get a load of this welded up as well. I can use my little ship for that if I come to a halt. But yeah, appreciate you tagging along with me. Thank you very much. Take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye bye now.